for three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul, when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah. No. Welcome to the Basement Sports Network post-game show. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and joining me today, we got my boy Sheltman. Sheltman, how you doing this evening?
I'm chilling. I'm ready for Thanksgiving. How about you? How are you?
The same. My wife in there burning it up right now as we speak. And of course, we got the chairman of the Kang Gang pulling up one time for the one time. Kang Ricky, how are you? Good talk. Starting the show, we're going to go at my boy Adam Rodriguez, 6101 with the $5 dono. He said, if we would have lost, it's Spo's fault. Bam and Ware needs to play together for us to be elite. We need to hit our threes. Trade Herro now. All right. So I'm going to start this show with the elephant in the room, and that's this does not look nor does it feel the same. Is that a Michael Beasley jersey?
It's a Norris Cole jersey.
Let me tell y'all something real quick. I know I'm sorry. You called on me a little bit earlier, but I was just reveling in the moment, just appreciating this heat culture life that has really been a defining characteristic of who I've been as an adult these last few years. And let me tell you something. I feel amazing. I have never been more optimistic about this unbelievable, amazing franchise, this awesome team president, Patrick James Riley, this legendary coach, Eric John Spoelstra, and of course, my boy, Tyler Hakeem Herro. Oh, yeah. Give it to me. I'm here for it, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He came back and all of a sudden undefeated. You're mad.
You're mad. I know people coming in saying like we can't blame Herro. I haven't even got I ain't even got a goddamn sentence out about the game yet. But like, okay, I'm not gonna spend too much time like addressing like all the back and forth for people.
You're saying.
No? Can you hear me now? Shortman, can you hear me?
You sound fine. I think Ricky's.
Oh,
am I tripping?
Yeah, you might be. But
fucking you a little.
Hold on. Let me come back.
I don't know what's happening. Okay. But so Miami won the game 106-103 versus the Milwaukee Bucks. And this is the first game of the season where we got to see the entirety of kind of the tools that they've put in the arsenal for Eric Spoelstra this year. Boswick, man, appreciate you with 199. Don't know. Said glad we won, but I hope we can go back to our pace. I don't think. Can you hear me, Ricky?
Oh, yeah, loud and clear now. Loud and
Okay.
clear. I think, you know what it is? It was all that Herro hate that messed up the sound, and, you know.
I didn't even start. I didn't even get there.
I don't know, man.
But
I don't know, man. You got where's this thing at? Let me just yes, let's go.
I'm just gonna start with like
the
the
sound
elephant in
is
the
gone.
room.
I don't know what's going on.
And rounding out the panel, we got my boy Stone at
I don't know what's happening at all. This is weird.
My boy kind of bring us the real hoop talk. But hold on, I just kind of want to like set the table for the show that we're gonna do today. Like Miami won the game 106-103 today, and it was cool. Like it continues, it puts Miami, I think, what is it, 6 games in a row that they've won. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is 6 games in a row that Miami's won, and that in and of itself is a great accomplishment. So shout out to the team for doing that. Tyler Herro played a phenomenal basketball game tonight. And that's Period, point blank. Like that, full stop. Tyler played a great game tonight. And so there's no reason for me to critique him individually and what he did tonight in this game. But it looked different. And it don't feel the same. To me, this felt like a good game from last year's team and a bad game from this year's team. That's what it feels like. I think like I cannot blame what Tyler Herro goes out there and does. That is his role, that is his job, whatever. But the team as a whole, the vibes just are not vibing in the same way that they were a couple of games ago. So, like, again, shout out to them. They won a game. They won a tough game, a scrappy game. But, again, this feels like a good game from last year, but a bad game from this year. One thing, Adam Rodriguez, again, with the $2 dono, he says, screw people who don't donate and hit them likes. Shout out to you, man. Y'all make sure y'all listen to my guy. Make sure y'all leave us a like, whether you like the video or not. We don't give a fuck. Just make sure y'all leave us a like. Don't only interact with us in the comment section. After the show is over, y'all go in the comments. Tell them how much we don't know about ball or whatever you want to say. Like, I'm not going to spend time reading it, but it does help us with the algorithm, and we appreciate y'all for doing it. So I'm actually going to start with Stone tonight because, like, I don't want my opinion to be the only opinion heard or like thought of from this context or from this network, because I know people have different opinions. Am I close? Where it's like it's cool, but it don't feel the way that we've grown accustomed to this year's team playing basketball.
I mean, listen, here's how I would think about it, right? Like, I came into this season with no expectations. I said this team, because I've watched this team the last 5 years and they've been the same exact team. And when Tyler Herro did not start for this team looked like a different team. I'm not saying they were the best team, but they were different. And it was fun to watch, and they scored a lot of points. They also gave up a lot of points. You know, there's something to be said about slowing the game down. Like, that's me playing a little devil's advocate there, but I don't like it. Like, it should not, for how easily they were scoring, they should not be struggling against a Giannis-less Bucks on a Wednesday night like that. That's just, to me, where I see the biggest issues is that they gave me expectations. They gave me expectations, not that they could, you know, achieve an NBA championship, but that they could become a different team, a team that plays modern NBA offense. And it's not looking that way anymore. And I think it just has a lot to do with his game. And, like, I'm not faulting him for it. Like, he's a very talented basketball player. There's, like, I won't deny that. But he fits very awkwardly into a starting lineup. You need to commit everything to building around him. And I just don't think they have the pieces to do that. As a six man, it's awesome. He comes off the bench and he can do whatever he wants because NBA bench units are just shaped differently. But in a starting role, it's just really hard to build a consistent winning team that plays good basketball. You can get production out of him. You can get offensive output out of him, but he doesn't move enough off the ball. He slows everything down. I like when they play with pace, especially with Bam and Kel'el out there. It creates mismatches everywhere when they're flying up the court. And when you play like that, you get back on defense quicker. When you slow the game down, you're more exposed to transition basketball. And so those are kind of the biggest red flags I've been seeing since he's returned. And like I said, he did his thing tonight. No one was making shots. Everyone was out there shooting tour dates. So it's like, who was going to step up and do something? He did, but it feels like it's because they're now forced into a position where he has to do that instead of it just being organic. Who's going to score the most points tonight? Where I felt like I saw that with Bam, Norm, and, some nights Kel'el and whoever.
Ricky, is there a clip of what you put in the private chat? Like, if you can find the Twitter clip of that, I want you to send it. Shelton, you still got producer powers, right?
Yeah.
If you can find this clip of what Ricky's talking about, then that'll be great. I agree. I think part of the reason why the slate, like, it hasn't been dramatic, but part of the reason why the pace has slowed down, there's been a slight uptick in the pick and roll, like, since he came back. Like, it happened very, very little in this first game. This game, it happened a little bit more. And so that kind of slowed things down. I'm not blaming – I'm not going to blame Tyler for shit tonight. Like, he's a big part of the reason that we won this game. Like, he was – on a night that Norm was struggling, everybody else struggling to shoot, he found his offense, and he kept the offense afloat for most of this game. So I'm not going to blame him for, like, a win. But I will say that like it's different, dog. Like, and I feel like people are being disingenuous about me saying that it's different. Like people will say, like, oh yeah, this team could score 140 points. They could, but they haven't. And I haven't seen it, and it looks different. And if you argue that it don't look different, then you're just not being honest. And that's my job. Like, I will lie in order to fit my narratives. Y'all don't have to lie to me to fit y'all narratives. Just say that you prefer to watch Tyler Herro play. Like, another thing that shifted was like the starting lineup. They took Kel'el out the starting lineup, and all of a sudden, Miles Turner looks like an all-star against when he's been switched on to by Davion Mitchell and goddamn Norman Powell and Tyler Herro. Like, all these guys are switched on to him because Bam is switched out onto the perimeter. And now we're having the same issues that we had with Caleb Martin as a start. Like, the starting lineup was a disaster for me. But I do want to stick with the main thing. Sheltman, is this different? Like, or is it like the same with just a minor adjustment to Herro's return?
No, I mean, it's objectively different. Like, unless we just stop like counting math as like a factual thing within society, like the pace tonight was 98.8. They had a 105.5 pace for the entire season up until the last two games. Like, the offense is clunky. That we said last game exactly what the lineup was going to be tonight. It was. We told you it was going to look clunky. It was. You know, people are talking about in the chat like, oh, the threes aren't falling. Yes, the threes aren't falling because they're not flowing within the natural flow of the offense. Like, everyone is now not doing what they had been doing for the previous 15 games prior. So now they have to work within Tyler Herro's shot selection and the way he wants to run the offense to get in where they fit in. And, you know, he had a great game tonight. Cool. Everybody else looked like shit. I don't know if the two are correlated. I'll let other people make that decision. But objectively speaking, they've had 3 games this year where they've scored less than 110 points, and 2 of them are the last 2 games. And the pace has been down in both of them compared to what we were on the season. So, like, it's not up for debate. It is different. The numbers say it's different. They are not scoring as much. The pace is down. Everyone around 14 is not shooting the ball well for the last 2 games. Again, 2 game sample size, whatever. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
I want people in the comments to stop conflating what we're doing. Like, we're not blaming Tyler Herro for anything. So, like, and nobody's saying it's Tyler Herro's fault that the pace is down. We're just telling you that the pace is down since Tyler Herro has been playing for this team. Like, that is an objective fact. Like, it's not an opinion. It's not misinformation. It's not a narrative. It is just what has happened. And I will blame, like, believe you me, brother. I can tell y'all one thing that y'all don't have to encourage me to do is blame Tyler Herro for some shit. You ain't got to convince me to blame him for a motherfucking thing. If I thought it was his fault, I would just tell you bitch ass niggas it was his fault.
I can't find the clip that was mentioned, but do you want me to just read verbatim what was said?
I want Ricky to do it because Ricky's the one who brought it to our attention, and I want to hear his thoughts on kind of like the pace and stuff. So, Ricky, if you could start with kind of the note that you put in the private chat, and then kind of transition over to the pace issue or like the way this looks different.
Yeah, gladly, Royal. Thank you for that. So yeah, I was watching the while the other guys were setting up this wonderful production here. Royal, you look fantastic tonight, by the way. What's funny is Bam in the post-game interview, he said, quote, "We played bad basketball tonight." Those were his words. Those were not the words of Royal A. Shepherd. Those were not the words of the white known as Boy Thunder. I don't know. Great. Those are not the words of Sheltman either. And those were certainly not my words. Here's the thing. All 3 of these other guys are on crack. Here's why.
Cocaine.
The Miami Heat just got their closer back. Okay? Yeah. The pace slowed down. So what? You know why? Because when grown men get on the floor and the little boys go and sit down, the pace slows. But you know what also happens? Championships. Tyler Herro is a championship level basketball player. And we saw that because here's the thing. If your favorite shooting guard scored 29 points, dished out 7 assists, pulled down 5 rebounds, shot 9 for 15 from the floor, and got 8 free throws, 8 for 8, perfect, you would be screaming all-star. But you know what? You're not. Why? Because you're upset. You're Herro haters. The Miami Heat just beat the hated Milwaukee Bucks.
He's succeeding.
Everyone seems triggered or upset for a variety of reasons. The 3 panelists are triggered because, oh, God forbid, Herro had a second great game in a row, hit a big shot late in the game to keep the lead ahead. Meanwhile, the rest of you in the comments don't even know what you're talking about because you're reacting to something that Royal never actually said. But I'm gonna say it. Yeah, the pace might be down, but guess what? Heat stock is up, baby. Heat stock is up. And of course, Bam's going to be upset because whenever Tyler Herro does well, it takes him back to that place when he was an underdeveloped athletic big with little else in his bag. He doesn't want to go back to that place. No one here wants to go back to the bubble. I don't. But look, guys,
the same bubble that the Heat went to the finals in?
All right. The Miami Heat are a championship level team. My perspective heading into this season was titles. It was titles. You know why? Because that's the Pat Riley standard. Remember, no one's won more games since 2019, this Miami Heat team. And by games, I mean playoff games. That counts for something. Okay? The Boston Celtics not only were nearly swept, but the Heat let them back into the series and then beat them on their home floor. Y'all need to wake up and smell the Café Bustelo, all right? The Miami Heat are now fully healthy, a championship team, and Royal to get back at the Kel'el Ware stuff, and maybe we're going to be going there shortly.
Yeah.
You don't play your cards this early in the season. Come playoff time, assuming the Bucks even make it that far, because I'm telling you right now, the Miami Heat are a top three seed. If they play the Bucks in the first round or even the second round by some miracle, assuming they don't trade Giannis to that team up in New York, what is it? The Six? I don't know. Sixers, Knicks. I don't even know what they are. They haven't won anything since '73. Kel'el Ware will start, and it will throw Doc Rivers, who is used to losing playoff series, especially when he has a series lead. He's going to throw off everybody, and the Heat are going to win the NBA championship this season. You heard it here first, right here, Basement Sports Network. We are the sixth reason.
First of all, that mic drop was insane. Second of all, I dislike how much, and this is me telling on myself, I disliked how much I agreed with you reading off Tyler Herro's stat line and us thinking that it would be good by another stat, because again, Tyler Herro played a great game tonight. Like I will take nothing away from it. I have nothing negative to say about the way Tyler Herro played basketball today. Nothing. The team as a whole is different, and you cannot. Somebody told my fake PhD. Thank you. Wait, you told me to call you Dr. Scale. I think Dr. Scale was the name, because I'm not calling you Dr. Daddy.
I'll read this one, Royal. I got you. I got. First of all, I don't see why you're laughing from outside of the club. You can't even get in intellectually. So
first of all,
we don't
disrespect
Scale Daddy 22.
We don't disrespect Scale Daddy
right,
PhD now.
$20 dono. I thought Jimmy left. Why they play so slow? Well, here's the thing, Scale Daddy. Let me just retort real quick. It's not slow. It's methodical. Tim Duncan was considered one of the slowest, most boring players in NBA history. But you know what you could never take away from him? Excellence. Multiple titles.
Gentlemen,
Dungeons and Dragons?
2003.
Who did that?
2007. 2005. 2014. So you can be slow all you want in a we were trendsetters, quite frankly. Let OKC Thunder run and gun and all that.
Yeah,
I'll see you in the finals.
I want to pivot a little bit, because like the Tyler thing is like, it's annoying at this point where it's like I can't compliment him without people, saying mean things to me about my life. I can't say anything. I can't say the same word 3 times on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen, without people just making it about something that it could very much so be about, but it could not be about that. You never know. But I will say that, like, just to kind of put a bow on this Tyler Herro thing, I think he played well tonight. I don't think anybody should complain about anything that he did tonight on the court. But I do think that his impact on the rest of the roster and the way that this team plays is tangible, and it should be discussed. And it should be discussed at length because it matters. Part of that change, somebody say, well, is our new Beetlejuice calling? I just love to hate him on Twitter. Yeah, because it's fun there. Like, people get all pissy about, like, anything, really. Like, I don't really have to try no more either, Mario. I got your ass I got you earlier. Like, I got Mario pissed off earlier. But yeah, that's a conversation that we can have several times over. I do want to talk about the starting lineup with you guys, though, because we had a fully healthy team. The lineup that he chose to trot out first was Davion Mitchell, Tyler, Norm Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo. I think we saw some obvious flaws in there, but I think we got an opportunity to see some strengths. Ricky, we'll start with you this time too. What did you think of the starting lineup? Do you wish there had been like an adjustment there? Just how did you feel about the starting lineup?
I think it was a coaching masterclass by Erik Spoelstra. I think what you all need to understand is that, once again, I'm going to sound like a broken record. You don't play all your cards in November, especially the day before Thanksgiving. I think, quite frankly, the Bucks needed to remember to give thanks that Erik Spoelstra didn't unleash the full clip, the banana clip, if you will, on the Bucks. It was perfectly fine with me. Tyler Herro came back, and a lot of you Norm simps were able to see him start. He didn't go to the bench and everything like that. It's obvious that a lot of y'all can't be pleased regardless, which whoops, sounds like a partner problem, not mine.
Hold on. I think somebody's asking, was Tyler's defense and playmaking good tonight? I
think it was fantastic.
Defensively, no. Like, he was.
I disagree.
You feel free to do so, but he wasn't good tonight defensively. I think as a playmaker he was fine. Wait, somebody start this comment. Did you start this comment, Shelton?
Yeah, I mean, I could address the one now that I started if you want.
Go ahead. I don't care. Like, it's
this one right here.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Can we explain exactly why Herro's presence slows down our pace? They can't, because Herro is playing faster than brother. Pace is
correct.
Pace is a calculation. It's not like you're in a
pace
fucking
high school.
It's
Like
not really Herro versus.
Have you ever heard of the Pythagorean theorem?
Like, okay, so it's not really a Herro versus the rest of the team type thing. Like, pace is a team-wide stat, so it incorporates the number of attempts that the team gets up in a game. The number of attempts that a team gets up in a game, like roughly, like the number of attempts that the team gets up in the game is roughly correlated to what pace they are playing at. How many shots?
Pace is field goal attempts minus offensive rebounds plus turnovers plus 0.44 times free throws attempted. It has nothing to do with the speed at which they are playing the game.
That's real hoop talk, Stone.
Look, guys,
you already know.
when you are playing next to greatness, it's only understandable that you will be stuck standing and watching them. I mean, the Bulls in the late 80s, when Michael was putting up 37 a game, they did that often. When Michael was playing the point guard, not unlike our hero tonight, and he was averaging triple doubles, they stood by and watched. It's okay. These things happen. Just trust the process.
I feel like Ricky,
all I'm asking.
I feel like Ricky forgot that I got his address, and I will show up to your front door, King. Like, I ain't gonna lie. We'll squabble it out. I'll buy you a steak dinner after, but you're not gonna keep talking to me like this in this show. Thank you, Luke.
Royal. I don't fight.
You shoot?
I live in a white neighborhood. Neighborhood watch. They don't like black people.
Oh, I don't know if niggas know this, but Ricky J. Mark is my guy. I ain't gonna fought with you, Ricky. Luca Balone, 1642 with the 499. Don't know, appreciate you, gang. He said, I feel like the team forgot how to play in this offense, and Tyler is just hooping. It's as if the team is trying to adjust to Tyler. I think that's what's happening. Adam Rodriguez with the $5 donor. He says starting lineup should be Mitchell, Herro, Norm, Ware, and Bam. Go. Oh, you taking out Andrew Wiggins. Go 3 small and 2 big, only option at this point. Also, Ricky spitting on that thing. Is he?
Hey, yo.
Y'all go in dry?
I mean,
Hey,
if you want
yo.
Fisher. Yeah, it's not me.
Jesus Christ.
That's
So
not my thing. I don't like causing injury.
So I wanted to rebut, like, so the Mitchell, the problem is that you are still going to be small defensively on the wing. Like, it's not, there's nothing that they can do about that if they start the trio of Davion, Norm, and Tyler. Like, if they start those 3 together, then there's going to be a mismatch constantly somewhere on the floor because one of those 3 guys will be matched up against a smaller wing, or in cases like tonight where you see them being switched onto Miles Turner. Like, that is going to happen frequently if you start those 3 together. Andrew Wiggins mitigates some of that because he's a taller player, like, but not at the 4.
Wiggins is also just a quality wing defender too. So
yeah, he's the best wing defender on his team.
Yeah, and then on the flip side of that, if you pull Wiggins and put him on the bench, like, he's not a scoring spark. Like, Tyler and Norm are the 2 guys that would be like the perfect guy off the bench because they are a scoring spark. So like it just doesn't make sense to put Wiggins as the guy off the bench.
And even your primary ball handler off the bench is Jaime Jaquez, who is restricted to the paint in terms of scoring. Andrew Wiggins does not help him in that regard in terms of like being a serviceable floor spacer. Like, he can shoot, yeah, kind of, but like Andrew Wiggins is a mid-range kind of guy, so that's what you're going to get from him. Dr. Scale Daddy with the $10 dono, he said, but if you start 3 guards, the pace will be faster. I bet, because that shit's not the case. I do want to talk to you, Stone, about the starting lineup, brother. Like, where is it? Like, did Spo get this one right? Do you think that there's an adjustment that could have been made? Like, outside, I don't want to live in the world where we bench Tyler Herro. Like, we all know that that's not happening. So, in terms of the options available to Spo, like realistic ones, like, did he make the right call tonight?
Well, I think we can just start by looking at who he did bench. And I'm not talking about from the starting lineup. I'm talking about if we go to game 1, Nikola Jovic is a starter. If we go to game 19, Nikola Jovic plays 0 minutes. I think that he has a bunch of pieces that don't fit well together. And I think that when you try to force this starting lineup, it just messes up all the rotations behind it. Because like somehow, some way, in defying all possible logic, Drew Smith ended up guarding Miles Turner tonight. And so when you have that happening, it's a problem with everything, top to bottom. Starting lineup, rotations, who you have out there with each other. Like, it's just, I don't know. I totally agree with your point about you can't put Jaime and Wiggins together as the bench unit. I mean, that spacing's terrible. And then you add Drew Smith to that. Is that your spot-up shooter? I mean,
you add Pele Larson to that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I think that unit would have like a 30% 3-point average, maybe. That's on like the generous side. So I don't know. I just know that some dude named Ryan Rollins had 26 points tonight. That's a problem too. I'm with Bam. They did play bad basketball. Good for Tyler. He did step up tonight. Like, I won't revisit that too much. Like, he was the only one in the starting lineup that really made shots. Everyone else kind of just, I don't know. I think the Dono comment about them trying to fit to his game, like, yeah, I see that in moments, but I also just think that when Tyler Herro becomes your offense, like, everything kind of just like where are people supposed to be in that when he does a pick and roll? Like, does Norm go to the corner? Well, that's not what Norm's been doing. He has been doing it some, but he's been moving around, flying around off the ball.
The problem ain't Norm, it's Davion when they go to a pick and roll. He's not. Where does
he can't spot up? Exactly. He can't orchestrate anything. So like he just becomes a spectator. And that's kind of how I would describe how everyone else around Tyler Herro played tonight, was like a spectator.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. What's up, Kane?
You know, I take offense to what Mr. Adebayo said tonight regarding the style of play and the quality of the play, because quite frankly, I'm not going to listen to the basketball opinion of anyone who's not even the best basketball player in their relationship. So keep your mouth shut. Shut up and dribble, buddy. Herro's back. Get to your little dribble handoffs and get out of the way. Get the rebound if he misses, but he won't. You saw how efficient he was tonight? Over 50%. Second game in a row. Get some.
Hang on, man. I'm looking at that beautiful black skin, but I am seeing red every time you open your mouth, brother.
Oh, that's because Miami-Dade is a red county, and that's the background that I have.
I will vote. Okay. Let's talk about Kel'el Ware a little bit, because he's the person who I feel for the most here. Much maligned throughout the summer league about his effort and shit like that, and early on in the season, has responded by being one of the most impactful players on the team over the past few weeks. And then as soon as the team's fully healthy, they relegate him back to the bench after doing exactly what they needed of him to be kind of the guy. Shelton, what do you make of that? What do you make of kind of the Kel'el Ware situation? How should Kel'el Ware be feeling in a situation like this?
I mean, if he's a competitor, he should be pissed the fuck off, like I would be. You're playing well, you're doing everything right, you're putting in maximum effort, you're having the best, 5 to 10 game stretch of your career to this point, and you immediately get sent back to the bench for some offense that looks clunky on the flip side. So it's frustrating. I would be frustrated if I was him at a certain point. If you're starting to elevate your game, I think Dale was talking about this a little bit in the playback, but if you're starting to elevate your game to a certain point, and then you send him back to the bench, okay, you're kind of fucking with my money in the future type of thing. Because now that opportunity no longer exists, and because the opportunity no longer exists, that pulls back on your potential future earning potential. So it's I don't know. I would be very frustrated if I was him. I don't think he will say anything. I don't think he has to say anything publicly, at least. That's for sure. He should definitely keep it private regardless. But yeah, I mean, it just sucks because it looks like it's working. It looked like it was working well, and it just shitty situation, bad, unfortunate events here unfolding. Can I virtually punch Ricky in the face on here?
Yes.
No, we do not encourage assaulting of black men on this.
Yeah, I really wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm not even
you feel me? I wouldn't recommend that being. I would recommend that being your course of action for very many people in the Basement Sports Network. But hey, you go for what you know. All right, you feel me? You do what the spirit leads you.
Just
to
make sure you look up the local castle doctrine laws before you do that. Let's just say that.
And understand. Oh, you know what?
What's understood don't have to be explained, Kane. All right. Yeah. So, Kane, I want you to kind of walk me through your thinking on the Kel'el Ware situation, how he goes from kind of being much maligned to being asked to do a bunch of different things, him kind of stepping up in that regard, and then being placed back on the bench at the first opportunity. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking
he wasn't calling me Kang.
No. I'm sorry. I was just reviewing Herro's highlights in my head. I got distracted. Apologies. Yeah, it's called sacrifice. You stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Sometimes you'll be on the bench, sometimes you'll play. Playing multiple different lineups in order to throw off your opponent is perfectly normal. Yes, we know that Kel'el Ware has had some pretty impressive numbers, and he has improved in his play. And so now what we want him to do is to be a mature professional and react accordingly to his minutes. So if he comes off the bench tonight, that's fine. I'm sure he'll start again. I personally like seeing him start games for this Heat team because I like seeing Bam at the 4. But here's the thing. Compared to Mr. 800, I didn't know you could take it. Compared to Mr. 800, I don't know as much ball. And there's a reason why he cooks the way that he does. And guess what? Kel'el Ware didn't start tonight. But you know what also happened? The Miami Heat emerged victorious.
He didn't finish tonight either.
I'm sorry?
He didn't finish tonight either. I thought that's right.
What he does in his personal life with his wonderful partner is none of my concern, Shelton. That's it's inappropriate. It's inappropriate.
You know what? I think you might be onto something there. His personal partner may be playing a role in his minute.
I am not on anything. I am simply here to speak about the shooty hoops and then move on with my evening. And so I believe I've answered the question that Royal has pitched to me, like good old pitching Paul Harrison, who played in the late 1940s, early 50s. I yield the rest of my time. I believe I've answered your question at the very least to my own liking. And
Ricky makes optimistic Ant look like a Bollywood actor.
Come on now. Listen, brother Chairman. I will just say that you are elite, and I would like to say that in front of everybody in this audience. You do your job very well.
My perspectives are well curated. Thank you.
Yes, they are. They are also full of shit, but well curated piles of shit and well packaged too. I'm not gonna lie, well marketed.
I mean, if you really think about it, aren't we all full of it? Because when we eat and the food travels to the small and large intestines, they are
Gentlemen, I want you to do me a favor.
We got to get him out of here. We got to get him out of here. He's killing me. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Ant Donato here. Ant, how are you doing?
Oh, you sound excited to see me tonight, but you still don't care.
I do not care. Trade for Ant, man. We've been trying to get rid of Ant for years. Anthony Donato, your thoughts on tonight's game? Couple of topics for you to blitz through as you do this. We talked at the top of the show about the pace and how this just looks different.
Better.
That's not. I didn't use those words.
I did.
This looks different than what we've grown accustomed to from this season. Talk about the starting lineup in which Kel'el now comes off the bench, and then the rest of it you can just kind of go for what you know.
Yeah, well, as far as my thoughts on the starting lineup, because that's my biggest takeaway from this game, is I absolutely hate it because as much as I love my
doo-doo,
as much as I love my Miles Turner Funko Pop right here,
oh my god,
that's what he looked like tonight. Seeing Miles Turner quite literally do whatever he wanted, I thought was the most aggravating thing. And probably the even more frustrating part is it surprised none of us. You play a small ball lineup with a defensive scheme to switch everything. What did you think was going to happen? It's like they went to a point in the second quarter where you went to all of our preferred starting lineups, the one we've been seeing. They went on a great run to go up 9 in that second quarter. Midway through the fourth quarter, you saw a lineup out there with Kel'el Ware. They were playing really well. You take Ware out of the game, and what happens? You nearly blow it because you can't secure a rebound. It's like, I don't know what Spo sees at this point. You've invested all this money to Bam Adebayo. He's your next franchise player. He's telling you time and time again that he wants to play next to another big man. He's telling you how much he loves to play next to Ware, and you're just not putting him in the optimal position. And I find it frustrating. Kel'el, what is the point of playing as well as he's played if you're not continuing to keep as big as a spot in the rotation as you deserve to have? It's like, what's the point then? He literally has been as great as anyone could have ever hoped for, and he's losing minutes. He's losing his starting spot. It just seems completely ass backwards to me. Why are you shaking your head, Ricky?
Look, okay, here's the thing. Let me take you back to the summer of 2004.
No!
When Larry Brown he coached the Detroit Pistons to the NBA Finals against
the U.S. team
vaunted Los Angeles Lakers, starring Derek Fisher, Gary Payton, Kobe Bean Bryant, may he rest in peace, a rapist, and Shaquille O'Neal. And here's the thing. They let Shaq get his. They let him get his 36 and 20 in game 3, I believe it was, or game 4. That was his last great game in the playoffs, arguably, until he got that 30 and 20 in game 6 against the Chicago Bulls in the 2006 first round. Yes, first round. Now, they let Shaq get his. They let their big man go off. But you know what they didn't do? They didn't let the other guys go off. And you know what ultimately happened? The Detroit Pistons won the championship.
We do not care.
Oh, history does, and history will vindicate me the same way it vindicated Larry Brown way back in 2004, which, by the way, was 21 years ago. No, yes, 21. Math.
You're vindicated because Gary Trent Jr. missed a wide open 3 to tie the game with 30 seconds to go.
You know what that was?
We beat a Bucks team by 3 at home without Giannis.
Intimidation. The entire night was leading up to that moment. Trent didn't have it in him by that point.
He didn't have what in him?
Huevos.
Even in the second quarter, it went, or I guess in the first quarter or whatever it was, when Spo did that whole platoon swap, 5 in for 5 out, whatever.
Oh my God.
He had Jaime Jaquez in there with Pelle Larson and Drew Smith and Simone Fontecchio, who's the worst shooter I've ever seen. You give Jaime Jaquez
between Jaime Jaquez and Corliss Williamson. He came off the bench for that Pistons team.
Jaime Jaquez has been so great in the drive and kick game this year.
And so was Corliss Williamson, who himself won 6th Man of the Year.
And you respect
Jeff Boyer 3, please.
And you give his weapons on the kick to be Pelle Larson and Drew Smith and Fontecchio. Like, come on. The whole point of having a Norman and a Tyler is to have one of them in the game at all times. And Spo takes them both out at the same time. Jaime Jaquez is driving a kick into 4 of me out there. What are we doing? I didn't like what Spo
describing Drew Smith as a weapon is kind of he might be like a noose for me to hang myself with as far as
I was gonna say we're on the same page, but not quite on that one. But it's but yeah, it didn't make no sense to me. How many layups in a row is Miles Turner gonna hit before you bring Kel'el Ware back into the game?
But they won the game, Ant. They won the game. The Zen Master won.
Okay, I like the other characters better.
Why are you sad about this?
I'm not arguing.
Miami Heat are a championship team now. Tyler Herro came back tonight. They won. They beat the Bucks.
Part of the reason I joined this post game is because I wanted to hear another Ricky poem. I like that version of Ricky much better.
Oh, you want a poem?
I would love one. Oh, I like your poems, Ricky. It's not my fault, Royal Science. I quite enjoyed your poem from last post.
Well, we might be able to convince Royal for a haiku. Keep that shit short. But we're not getting a poem.
A poem? He done read 3 poems this year.
I like it. It's a nice. Who else? What other post game shows doing poems, man? Come on, sets us apart.
What other post game show has Ricky J. Mark, brother? Like none.
That's my point.
That's
all right. You wanted a poem? I got a poem for you.
Yeah, let's do
this one. Too good to be true.
I hate this nigga, bro. He froze. He froze.
He's muted now.
Am I back?
Yeah,
maybe that's the bit. The poem is
all right.
It's not starting because it's too good to be true.
This poem is titled "Too Good to Be True," which is the exact opposite of the Miami Heat. It started this part 1, the spark. It started soft, a word, a call, a tremble in the
What started
a
soft?
voice that felt like it already knew me, a rhythm that mirrored my own. She laughed like sunlight, cried like rain, and somewhere in between I thought maybe, just maybe, this could be holy. We talked like we were already promised, prayed like we were in rehearsal for forever. I opened, she opened, the spirit hovered.
Hey, yo.
And my heart whispered,
shit get real.
Could this be the one? Part 2, the unraveling.
Part 2.
But not all harmony is health. Not all depth is safety. Not all softness is peace. The love that scans your past for cracks you never made isn't love at all.
What?
She searched me, not to know me, but to catch me. She listened, not to understand, but to confirm.
She searched your cracks.
Her questions weren't questions. They were warnings dressed as wonder. And though I stood still, she braced for movement, as if loyalty could not coexist with freedom. Part 3, the wound.
Part 3.
She said I didn't mirror her language, didn't echo her longing, didn't say I miss you back when I showed it in every other. She wanted words. I gave presence. She wanted control. I gave consistency. But even that was not enough to soothe what she brought with her. So she folded her arms, drew her line in the sand, and walked away slowly, calling it discernment, but it was fear. Calling it maturity, but it was memory. Calling it boundaries, but they became walls I was never meant to climb. Part 4, the shift. Me, I stayed. I listened. I clarified.
Part 4.
I offered truth like balm, but her skin rejected the medicine. She said it was too late, that she needed to go, that her healing couldn't depend on me. This is a very personal poem, people. And that was the first time I realized I wasn't the one she didn't trust. She just didn't believe good men were real. Part 5, I guess? The release. I won't carry bitterness in my chest. Only breath, only prayer, only clarity. This wasn't mine to hold forever. It was mine to carry for a season. To learn that I can love without losing myself. To see that I can stay even when someone else runs. To know that the fire inside me burns clean. So I gather my peace, fold my tenderness like the glitter never mailed, and step forward. The future, the final part. I'm still here, still whole, still worthy of someone who doesn't need convincing that my love is sacred. My presence is protection and my intentions are true. And when that someone comes, they won't have to question my capacity.
Oh my God.
They'll meet it and match it. Until then, I heal, I walk, I trust. Because the truth is, I wasn't too much. I wasn't not enough. I was simply too good to be true for someone who didn't believe goodness could stay. May 13th, 2025.
May 13th. She hurt you like that, King? We need to call people?
She could never call. King, I know you need a minute. I know that's emotional.
Who do we have to call?
Go.
She hurt my boy Ricky?
All right. Oh shit. I don't really know what to do with the show after that.
That's the beautiful shit.
Next game.
Thank you. That works. Oh shit. That nigga really read a 7-part poem on the Postgame show.
We're only in November.
Dipping into Avengers Doomsday. The Avengers, Age of Ultron, Endgame, Doomsday.
Ricky is an elite person, just in general. Yeah, I agree with you. Ricky is a gift to mankind. Yes, sir. All right. So next game, we got the Detroit Pistons. That's gonna be 3 days from now. So what's that, Saturday? I don't know what day it is. The 29th, whatever day that is. The 29th is the day that we face the Detroit Pistons. One of the hottest teams in the NBA. They did lose their win streak tonight by 3 to Boston. Before that, I think there was on like a 14-15 game win streak. Oh, that's what I want to do. I missed some donos earlier. Dr. Nasty Man gave us $5. He said, "Are we still getting LaMarcus Aldridge just lengthy tone? Why do you have to bring up shit like this?" And I wanted to give credence to the food court bandit. It's $4.99 dono. He said, "Ricky J. Angelou." Hey, brother. In her dreams. They say,
"May she rest in power."
Stan the man. You already know. My starting shooting guard coming back to town. So we're gonna start
already in Miami.
We start not in the narrative that I'm finna paint. King Ricky, the boy feeling good?
Let me tell you something. They're gonna blow it out, and they're gonna blow it out in a way that we've never seen before. We're gonna have them screaming "Yes, King" by the end of the fourth quarter. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be like that. All right.
I like that.
I mean,
wow.
Do they want pain? Do they want pain?
This is quite the comment, Kane.
Well, can't go soft against Jalen Duran, like the guy that got his butt kicked by Sugar Ray Leonard, or
I'm talking about
Jalen Duran with an E.
Mm-hmm. That's the one that they talking about.
Oh, Jalen Duran, the one that be hooping. Listen. Say what you want about Bam Wilson, but
the boy defends.
Yeah, Jalen Duran don't want it with Bam. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Nasty Man, with the $2 donut. He said Storm and Norman.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Long story short, the Miami Heat will emerge victorious against the Pistons of Detroit, just like they did in 2006, just like the Cavs did in 2008. Oh no, the Celtics against the Pistons in 2008.
But the Heat didn't lose. The Heat didn't lose to the Pistons in 05.
And they'd never lost to them again. So,
but
I don't know. I mean, even Hassan Whiteside got a game winner on them. Like, they're cooked.
I remember it put them up at 500, and they still missed the playoffs that year.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something.
Whiteside's fault. I'll tell you that.
Let me tell you something. Was that Tyler Herro's fault? It was not. He wasn't there. Had he been there, Dion who?
Then we never would have got 7-Eleven, baby. One of the greatest.
Well, guess what? 7-Eleven is open at all hours. So if you want these buckets, come on down, buddy. Come on down.
So, at one of the issues that you kind of alluded to when you're talking about the lineup is kind of like what it's going to look like when you're playing a team that has a bit more size. Detroit fits that mold. Like my first question is, who's guarding Cade Cunningham? And if after that, then it's who's guarding Tobias Harris.
Well, won't you go upstairs, brother? Go on, bro.
Into the Postgame
show. That's right. Yeah. Let's see that chest. That's right. Yeah.
Hey.
That's right. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. That's what
I'm just imagining someone tuning into the postgame show like 5 minutes ago. Ricky's reading a poem. Like, what the fuck is this? Come back 5 minutes later. Royal is gripping on the camera.
This is culture. That's
hey, brother. You're not getting this level of effort from any other post.
No. You're not going to get this much melanin either, but that's none of my business.
Yeah. But one of your thoughts on kind of like how we match up versus Detroit and what you think is going to end up happening in this next game?
Well, to answer your question about who's guarding who, after the very first switch, 3 seconds into the shot clock, you're going to have Tyler Herro on Cade and Davion Mitchell on Jalen Duran. And it's about to be wraps about 5 minutes into the game before Spo even has a chance to put in Kel'el Ware. No, listen, he's not going to start Ware. We all said last game what we thought he was going to do. We were 100% correct, and it's not going to work. I can't see how you could watch Kel'el Ware consistently give these impactful minutes and lead the team in plus minus night in and night out for the last several weeks, and you don't start that guy. You don't put him. As soon as he checked into the game next to Bam and Adebayo, Bam threw a half-court lob to him. Like, they're just in such a great sync right now.
The very next possession, he threw it to his ass again.
Yeah. Well, what are you saying?
I'm saying the possession after Bam threw him that lob, they went right back to it.
Yeah, like Wiggins. I think that's the one that Wiggins gave to him.
Yeah, the lob that Wiggins gave to him, and then Bam caught the ball on the thing and then threw the ball right over the defense back to Kel'el Ware again.
Oh, yeah. He's been a game changer. You have such a luxury with this versatile 7-footer. He needs to play every single minute he can. 30-plus minutes easily. He didn't even hit the 30-minute mark tonight.
Can't burn him out in November, buddy.
I didn't catch that.
Don't worry about it.
You cannot burn him out in November. That is
he's 20.
He's talking nonsense. You should not let him do this to you.
He's 20, Ricky.
Ignore it. He's just going to suck you in.
So was the young woman that made my pizza yesterday.
Oh my God. He got distracted for a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. She was.
I don't know, bro. Like,
very kind.
Let me just to kind of like follow up on that shit. Do you think there's any chance that Spo is kind of like doing this based off of matchup? Like, do you think there's any chance that Spo sizes up the lineup to match what Detroit throws out there in the opening with their opening five?
No.
Neither.
No, he's not that smart. No.
First of all, he is the best coach in the NBA
of all time.
Well, I just threw another 100 on him to win Coach of the Year on FanDuel.
That's only because I never coached in the NBA. D-Master, I've already said it, and it's gone now. We already had that conversation. I do think that is something that Spo has a tendency to do, like in the playoffs. Like he will kind of like switch matchups in the mid-series just to kind of give his team an advantage. I don't think on a game-to-game basis that's what he wants to do in the regular season. I think he's going to want to give this lineup an opportunity to kind of find some cohesion. I think he saw early on that the Jovic thing wasn't going to work in the starting lineup, so he made a quick pivot off of that. But also, like this time, there might be something there, and they have to explore kind of the Tyler Norm dynamic because that has huge implications on like their financial situation moving forward. So I do think that he's going to stick with the lineup that he trotted out tonight. But I do think
start Norman and Tyler and start Ware.
Yeah, but like also like it's the same thing with Davion that it is with Kel'el, where like Davion has done nothing to play himself out of the lineup. Like I get it. Like tonight wasn't his greatest scoring output, but he still had 8-9 assists tonight.
No, he was awesome. He's been awesome. He's
Yes.
not changing the game and breaking it wide open like Kel'el Ware has been.
Yeah, but also like he's a steadying force in an otherwise chaotic scheme that's going on. Like he's been part of the reason why this team has been so good. And that point of attack defense can't be replicated by anybody else on the roster.
We both want 14 off the bench. We agree.
I don't necessarily want 14 off the bench. I just think that I want a more balanced starting five, and I don't think there's an opportunity. I don't think that's what we're going to get. I think we're going to get
right
this.
Now.
This is not more balanced than what they were doing before.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm not Ant. You won't get me. Shelton, the boy feeling good.
I will pray for you.
The boy will be on his last plate of Thanksgiving leftovers on Saturday before they go down the drain and expired. No, but and I agree with both you and Ant that Spo will not alter the lineup to match who the opponent is, but you can hear me now and quote me later. Norm Powell will randomly have a flare-up of his injury going into Saturday, and he will not be playing that game. So they will return Kel'el Ware to the lineup conveniently, just in time to match up well with the Detroit Pistons because Norm Powell will be out.
It is funny how these injuries always tend to line up like on the exact days that Miami need them to line up.
Yeah, keep in mind the game after that is against the Clippers, who traded Norm Powell.
Mm-hmm. And they had a pretty good game against the Clippers earlier this year too. It was one of the more entertaining games of the year. That was a close game, and Norm Powell didn't necessarily like have the greatest game in that game, but they ended up winning. So that was pretty good.
If they don't have that happen, if Norm plays and this is the same lineup and everything looks the same, and they get blown the fuck out by the Pistons, there's your answer. You don't need to see more than 3 games. Like that's a good enough sample size for me.
So
I didn't need to see more than a quarter. I know Herro's him.
Here's the issue that I have there. Like I don't think that Miami is as good of a team as the Pistons, no matter even if they're in their final form. So like the win-loss outcome doesn't bother me as much as like how competitive are they during this?
Yeah.
Is Miami able to dictate the terms of this game in any way, shape, fashion, or form?
If they score under 110 and the Pistons score like 125 or 130, then we have issues.
Yeah,
I think there are substantive issues with the lineup at that point.
I think Cade is going to have his way, kind of like with the Heat's defense, and that's something that they can't do anything about. They don't have a sufficient answer to stop that from happening. But I think if you see guys like Duren, or you see Duncan Robinson have a big game, and it's not like particularly close, and we're just playing the game on Detroit's terms, then I think you begin to have like a different conversation about how well or what Miami's true potential is, or how well this lineup actually works.
They're also probably going to throw Asar Thompson on Tyler Herro. Like they're going to get him matched up defensively against Tyler Herro every time.
Yeah, they'll probably have Asar on him and they'll probably put Cade on
Davion, and then they'll probably put they're gonna let Norm try to beat them, and they're gonna they'll
probably switch Asar between Tyler and Norm based off of who's having like the better game. But whichever one Thompson doesn't guard, then I'm assuming that Tobias Harris will guard, or Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson will probably guard the other one. They'll probably put Duncan on Tyler. And speaking of Duncan, that is the reason why I will spare you guys my customary predictions from this game. I cannot possibly choose against my starting shooting guard.
I'm watching a white woman eat.
Thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it
it's
much more fun than
hilarious.
it would have been without you. Thank you to the guys who joined the panel. My boy Sheltman, my boy Stone, Anthony DiNardo came, and of course Kang Ricky, the chairman of the Kang Gang, pulling up one time.
Free Palestine, everybody!
Play the video, me.
I'm still not in the
Oh yeah, we packing somebody up tonight.
In the video,
I hope y'all enjoyed the troll, guys.
That's a Justin slash Ant problem.
Yeah, that was all an act, you losers.
Hey, Adam Mariah off the fucking
Oh my God, it looks like a.
Before you get too comfortable, you want the X's and the O's.
Like